All right, we're back for the sportsmanlike conduct, talking about the Rays-Yankees series that just happened. We're going to go in depth to a few things that happened in each game because there were some just incredible plays that obviously made national headlines and were hugely important in the outcome of each game.
No doubt.
Start off with the play that ended
the game.
Game two. The play that ended game 2. Rays are down 8-7. Mariano Rivera's in. That whole inning, I'm not one for second-guessing Joe Madden, but if I were for a second, I'd second-guess a couple things that happened in that inning. Crawford leads off with a single against Rivera. Longoria's on deck. Longoria's coming up. I'm thinking steal right there immediately for Crawford. First pitch, second pitch to Longoria. If I'm the manager, I still get to second with nobody out.
Yeah.
That way you have the potential to advance to third with 1 out, and you can score. Because if you get him to second with nobody out, you can score that tying run without having to get another hit. But if you wait to see what Longoria does in the hopes of Longoria hitting a walk-off home run, which is fine, and believe me, I got all the respect in the world for Longoria.
But look who you're going against.
And what are that's your play right there. Your play is not steal with Crawford and put him in scoring position in the hopes of the fact that you're going to take away a look at a walk-off home run off Mariano Rivera.
And you talk about second-guessing Madden. He even said runs are at a premium against Mariano, and that goes against what you just said. You've got to move Crawford up. You've got to move him up.
It's a premium.
Yeah,
that's what you were saying at the end of that night. That Cole Crawford knew that they didn't. Aside from that one inning when they got all 7 of their runs, they weren't getting very many hits. So why not put yourself in a position to score when you don't without needing to
manufacture the run? That's what the Rays do. They're able to manufacture runs really well.
Instead they played on the. To me, they were playing for the win and not to tie it up and go another inning. Which is
fine.
They were playing on the fact that we're gonna hope that Longoria hits a walk-off.
Yeah.
From there, Longoria he did what he could.
Yeah.
He hit a long fly ball to the warning track that almost went out. But right there, now you're stuck 1 out. Crawford still on first, and he steals second in the Joyce at bat.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 1 out, runner on second. Now at least he's in scoring position on a base hit. If Joyce gets a single or the next guy gets a single, he's in scoring position, which is better than you were before, but still not as good as being on third with 1 out.
Right. Not near as good, obviously.
I could have lived with him trying to steal third. That I could have lived with.
Yeah.
I could have lived with that, him trying to steal third in the Joyce at bat. What I really can't live with is what happened.
Yeah. It's a base running no-no.
Right.
And I know why he did it because he had the green light. Obviously, Carl Crawford, as good as a base stealer as he is, Joe Madden is just putting all of it on him. He's not telling him when to go. I think it's just Crawford. When you think you should go, because he obviously tagged up, and he thought he could go. If he thought he could make it, I'm letting him do it.
I'm not criticizing the idea of the play. And I like the idea of him being aggressive.
But it wasn't that deep of a fly ball. It wasn't that deep. And I know he was going to third. I know it was on the first base foul line. I understand that part. But any major league player can make that throw. That shallow, a lot of them can make that throw. And the rookie, whoever, I don't even know. Goldson. He made a great throw.
It was a cannon.
He just gunned him, and it wasn't even. You can't
obviously weren't expecting. Crawford wasn't expecting that throw. I don't know if it was a breakdown.
I don't even know if he expected. I don't know if he expected for Crawford to tag because it was so shallow. I think he kind of called him off guard a little bit.
No. Because I think when Carl Crawford's on base and you're always expecting that he might try to move up base, take a base on you.
But he even said at the game, he's like, I kind of wasn't expecting him to tag, and then Granderson was yelling, he's tagging, and then he just gunned it. So
that's what happened. That's we got to give Granderson credit for being the awareness right there.
Yeah, no. That's 99 offensive awareness.
Defensive awareness.
Excuse me. Yes.
For Granderson right there. But the point is this: what tactical advantage really do you gain from going to second or third. Right
because he's scoring on a base hit. It's called Crawford.
It gives you the fact that you can tie the game on a wild pitch or a pass ball. With Rivera, how many pitches has Rivera thrown to Posada in their career? That you really think is going to be a wild pitch or a pass ball right there. It gives you a chance on the odd chance that maybe the dude hits an infield single the next at bat. You might score on that, but last time I checked, Carlos Payne didn't hit a whole lot of infield singles.
Yeah.
Or Willie Ibar.
Yeah.
Either Willie Ibar didn't hit a lot of infield singles. Willie Ibar was on deck.
If Carl Crawford hits at second and it's 2 outs, he doesn't get thrown out, he's going on contact. And he's going to score on a base hit.
He's going to score on any base hit to the outfield anyways.
If it was somebody else there, I don't know. But even, I don't know. You can cut it a lot of ways, but you're right. The tactical advantage is...
And it's been the line of the Rays to have aggressive base running moves like this, and they've ended up biting us before, which is fine, but you can't just sit here and say, oh, we were being aggressive, it was the right play. You can only say that so many times, and this time it was not right.
Well, yeah, but I think what Madden came out and said after was played perfect.
I think so too. I agree. I agree with what Madden said. Yeah. I think he said exactly what he should have said, even though I don't think he believes it.
No, but he said what he had to say.
Yeah,
and he saved face and he backs his guy.
Stood behind Crawford,
which is the most important thing. Because I think Crawford felt bad. I mean, that's the worst thing. One of your star players. He makes a bad base running error, and you keep his morale up in a big series like that. He comes out and say that in front of the media and everybody.
Especially when it's a guy that you're probably going to try to ask to take a hometown discount in the offseason.
Huge one at that.
When you're already out on a limb on that anyways. You don't want to have Carl Crawford feel uncomfortable at all.
Right.
And there's no reason to, really, because what Madden said is true. Yeah. He does ask his guys to play off aggressively on the base pass. But I just think in that case, you got to maybe modify that slightly and to say, look, in this situation, when you're Carl Crawford or B.J. Upton, B.J. Upton's got that kind of speed too. When you're one of those two guys, and you know you're going to score from second on a hit with 2 outs,
back it off.
If you're going to go to third in that situation, you got to make sure that it's a 100% slam dunk.
It's got to be a warning track in tagging up, not a mid right right field.
But that's that one play, and. Right, I agree with Madden. Love the way he handled it, and I think
any Rays fans have a problem with him now after this series. And after he goes out and argues the Jeter call, after he comes out and backs up Crawford,
and he's right about the great Jeter call.
Yeah,
right about it.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about that. You said you don't have a problem with it. I thought it was cheap. His job is to get on base. Fine. I just think I don't know. I have a problem with it. It's not the way you play the game.
The Jeter bunt play. We've moved to.
I feel like he got hit by. I feel like I got hit by a pitch and hit the knob of the bat. I mean, and I blame it more on the umpires than anything than Jeter, because Jeter did his job trying to get on base. But since when does a ball hit a player like that and just bounce straight back like it did? It doesn't ricochet off of a hand like that. And he throws a fastball on the inside. He's going to be on the ground if it hits his wrist. I mean, just use common sense on that. That's the thing to me. But
I agree. I agree that it was a bad call by the umps, and they should have. Just as they talk together and huddle together, and he gets help from the other umpires, I think that it's a call that they should have got right. But
there's no doubt.
As far as what Jeter did,
it's cheap.
In a game that big,
it's cheap.
In the situation like this, I mean. A part of me actually has to give Jeter credit for getting.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah. There's no doubt he did. So
and the other thing I really have to give him credit for is at least the fact that he straight up admitted what he did after the game. And
there's no.
Believe me, I am not a Derek Jeter fan.
Yeah. No, I am.
But at all. But in this situation, I don't have a huge problem with what he did. So. If it were a Rays guy that did it, I would have taken that base any day of the week.
Yeah,
I can't say anything against
that's it. Funny. Yeah, because it's the Yankees. Maybe that's why I don't like it so much. I'll admit it.
I agree. I don't like any kind of Yankees, grand slam homer after. But that's it. We got to go.
It was fun.
Yeah, this is the first time we've done a podcast like this in the night, but we really got to go because time is running out, as Muse would say.